Hi everyone, welcome back to lesson 2 of Z School. Before we begin this lesson, I'd like to just clarify something about this series. I understand that there are many experienced Z players watching this series also, not only new players, but primarily I'd like to focus on the new Z players, and then later transition into more advanced techniques that also more experienced players can use. But let's focus on this lesson for now. I'll show you a few clips and explain how it works, what you should think about, and not really the math behind it, but more of the thought behind it. As you can see in this clip, I placed my W quite close to Lissandra and then used my Q and E. But actually, if you look at it in slow motion, you can see that I actually used my Q and E just slightly before the W lands. You can actually do this. You can use your Q and E while the W shadow is in the air, and it will copy the movements when it lands. And this is generally how you want to do your poking in lane. Basically, you throw out your W and then use your Q and E while it's in the air and target towards your opponents. And if you're positioned correctly, you can hit both of your shurikens for the max damage as well as your E. Something to consider whilst poking and being in lane is that the first Q that hits the target deals 100% of its damage. It deals the full damage. The second Q and the third Q deals 50% of the damage. Another thing to think about is that after you do your combo, it's very easy to back off and then jump to shadow as I do here for an extra auto attack or two. What you do need to think about though is that using this type of combo over and over again can be very energy consuming, which means you'd be at the risk of running out of energy and then potentially losing your farm because you can't use your Q and WE. Also, it's very dangerous because you're very susceptible to ganks if you use this combo because your only escape is basically used. The easy way to think about the poking is basically that you're using your W as an AoE and that you're aiming your W towards the target as basically Lux's Lucent Singularity. In either case, thank you guys for watching. I'll be back next week with another lesson. If there's a specific lesson that you'd like me to have, or if there's a specific aspect about Z that you're wondering about that you think others could be wondering about as well, then please post it in the comments and I'll read and see if there's any extra lesson I should have. In either case, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.